Alright guys, so I'm back on Monster Hunter Wilds again, and this time on a 3060 Ti. And right now, in this game, the optimization is like absolutely terrible, and they are recommending frame generation just to be able to play the game on medium settings and 60 FPS, which is who comes up with this idea, right? So right now, I am getting around 60 FPS. That's with frame generation on FSR because it's a 3060 Ti and NVIDIA DLSS frame generation is only available on the 40 series cards. So this is the only way for anybody who is using anything below the 40 series cards to be able to get more than 60 FPS, right? And this is what we're getting right now. Getting 65, but you can see the artifact everywhere when you move the character around. Like that is terrible. And even the textures, look at this right now. See, this pop is still popping in. And this is just absolutely terrible for any card. So my CPU temp is going really crazy right now. That's I gotta dust off my CPU fans and probably like get a new thermal paste on there, but that's beside the point. Okay, so with this, we are able to get like 60, 70 FPS. So let's just try going down there. Just jump. We're still getting the 70s. And let's see. Yesterday I was getting like these weird textures popping in when I was playing with the 2080. It was absolutely terrible. We can see a big fight there going on with those two monsters. And we are dropping into the 50s. 57, 58, so just below 60 FPS. Look at that shit. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's that frog creature. But look how terrible that looks. It looks like 50 polygons or something. So this is one of the biggest problems that I've faced with this game so far. Like some of these creatures doesn't even like properly render most of the time. Sometimes it works when you like restart, but like 75% or like 70% of the time it doesn't even load properly, right? So let's just try changing the settings. I'm not gonna go in for fight. So 60 FPS is possible with frame generation, right? So let's just go to and another thing. This is one of the worst UIs I've ever seen on a video game. I'm like pretty new to Monster Hunter series, so this is my first Monster Hunter game. But I never expected the UI to be like this terrible. Okay, so we are on high settings with FSR 3. So if you just change this to NVIDIA DLSS, you can see the difference. And there's some performance. You're getting what? 35 FPS. And the artifacting has reduced. That's one thing. If you're using NVIDIA DLSS, the artifacting reduces by a big margin. But look at the performance. We're getting 40 FPS. This is absolutely terrible. Keep in mind this is on high settings though, but you know, even with an 8 GB card, and this is on 1440p. So let's just try 1080p, right? See if that makes any difference. It's just not gonna do any difference, just the reality of it. So instead of 1440p, let's try 1080p. Let's see if that did anything. It just made the game looks worse, and we don't have any. Oh yeah, okay. So on 1080p we're getting 44 FPS. So there's like a around 11 FPS jump, or like 9 to 10 FPS jump. But still, it's not 60 FPS for a game like this. You definitely need 60 FPS to be, you know, having a lot of fun. And yeah, so let's just for the sake of it try 1080p medium. So this is a 3060 Ti, which is about the same as like the recommended system requirements, and they were saying you need 1080p medium and frame generation to be able to play on 60 FPS. And unfortunately, we cannot use it because this is a 3060 Ti. So what I'm gonna do is let's just try going to medium. I'll just keep it on performance. It looks terrible, but it is what it is. We're getting 48 FPS. 4 FPS increase on medium settings is not enough for 60 FPS. And one more thing, we're using 9700K. So if you're using any like new AMD CPU or like a new gen Intel CPU, I'm not talking about the 285K Ultra stuff. That stuff is terrible. But you know, like a 7800X 3D or something like that, you probably will get like 50 something FPS, but I don't think it's gonna hit 60. And that is the reality of it. And okay, let me just try and initiate a fight and see if we can do something here. Where are the big boys? Let's just leave. Okay, before that, let me just try going everything low. Okay, this is absolutely low on 1080p and see how we can get. So medium, let's go lowest without any upscaling. And just try no upscaling and see how it is. Wow, that looks absolutely... oh my goodness. Look at the textures. What is that? It looks even worse than a PS1 game. Wow. Look at that. Look at all the noise and grains, whatever that is on those grasses and the models. Yo, what is this? This is literally a potato. Look at this rock right here. Like a low poly potato. That's what this is. I don't know like who's... and still we're not able to get 60 FPS. That's the crazy part. It's still around like 40 FPS. I thought it was going to be a little bit more better on a 3060 Ti, but I was wrong. Let me see with upscaling then. And like ultra performance. So this is the absolute lowest you can go. 1080p resolution, which is absolutely not the case right now. Ultra performance is like what? I don't know what's the resolution actually. But holy hell. Look at that monstrosity right there. I'm talking about entire thing and not this just this thing, whatever this is. Look at this thing. What is this? Sneak attack. You know what? Yeah, let's go sneak attack this guy. Oh, I just shake these polygons and he's mad.
But what the hell, boy?
I don't even know what that thing is trying to do. So we just take a look at the FPS. We're dropping into the 40s. He's jumping around. Look at the pixelated water. Oh my goodness. I don't even feel like attacking this dude, bro. What is this? Come on, oh my god. So we are still not able to get like 60 FPS. That's because our CPU is not CPU. The GPU is at 70%, like 60% usage. So obviously it's not gonna utilize a lot of GPU power to render more FPS. One of the reasons, but what is this? Look at that. Look at each and every pixels, you can see them on screen. So this is probably like what, 360p? I don't even know. So there's no point trying to play this game on lower settings than this, because the GPU won't be able to render more than this because it's not utilized that much. So there's literally no point turning down the graphics even more, but just for the sake of it, let's just try. Go here, options. Just see 720p. Absolute low settings on 720p. Oh my gosh. We're still getting 50 FPS, guys. Wow, there's two of them now. Wow. That, this is really wild. Monster Hunter Wild. The wildest optimization you will ever see on a video game. Just look at that. Look at those beautiful things. I've never seen this type of monstrosity in another video game ever. Even the worst game from last year was The Last of Us. That game was much more enjoyable. They didn't have anything like this. This is on a next level of, you know, this is like on the top of the list, on the podium right now. On the worst ports for video games. Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh my god, I don't know how this game is gonna be when it comes out. On February, I hope to God it's not gonna be the case. They better optimize this, man. Like this is unacceptable on every level. So the crazy thing is you jump up in resolution, right? And then you go to 1440p again. You're still getting around like 50 FPS. That is the crazy part. So it doesn't matter. Let's just disable this and see how it is. And should we just try 4K? I don't think that's gonna be worth it. You're getting 37 FPS on lowest settings without any upscaling. 30s FPS. And these guys still look the same, but a little bit more crispier. Just sneak attack again. And see what it is. This is funny. Come on, dog. It's not worth fighting this polygon creature. Let's just save it for the full game release. And see if it's gonna be the same. Oh, wow, we're dropping down below like 30 FPS. We're barely getting 32 FPS, man. This is crazy. I think it also affects, like, depends on the weather changes. So at night, I think it's more intensive compared to the daytime. But yo, this is terrible. Still trying to chase me, or this 1080p, 1440p is not gonna make a big difference. So high settings and DLSS, maybe like balance settings. Let's see how much we can pull off this. 30 FPS, 28. It's crazy that the 3060 cannot like stay on like 100% usage all the time. It just goes down to 91%, 96. It just keeps bouncing around like, I don't know, man. What's going on with this game? 30 FPS and 1440p high settings balanced DLSS. And that's how it's going to be on this game. Like, man, I seriously hope to God they fix this. Capcom, please fix this game. This game is absolutely phenomenal. The gameplay is super fun with friends. I played this game a lot, like 5 to 6 hours straight with 3 of my other friends, and it was super enjoyable. And I just like to see this game like perform better. That will make a big difference for a lot of players, right? So please, Capcom, this is, a request. Not a request, just you guys should do it. Otherwise, there's not gonna be a lot of players wanting to play this game at all. So that's how it is. So I'm gonna end the video right here. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Those who are there with the 3060 Ti, this is how the game is gonna work in your PC. If you have a better CPU, you might get like maybe a 5 to 6 FPS improvement. Maybe maximum you can get is like 10 FPS improvement. But even then, it's not gonna give you 60 FPS. No chance. Even on 1080p. So there you have it, guys. Monster Hunter Wilds experience on a 3060 Ti and an i7 9700K. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.